Hi guys, it's KINO. Welcome to another video. So the topic of today's reading is the winner of a poll that I did on my channel a while ago, and it's going to be about your love life for the rest of 2020. So we're going to take a look at what you can expect to happen in your love life, as well as get you some guidance for how to navigate the next few months. Okay, so there are 4 readings for you guys to choose from today. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most. So number 1 is Angelite. Number 2 is Smoky quartz. Number 3 is white moonstone. And number 4 is red sandstone. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number 1s, so if you chose the Angelites, this is going to be a reading about your love life in the rest of 2020. So let's get right into the cards. I'm going to start with a few oracle cards here. The first one that we have is happiness. Then we have on the right path. And finally, different direction. Okay, so starting with the happiness card, I actually think that this is not only a message for your love life, this is a message about the direction that your life is heading in general. What I'm feeling for you guys is on the horizon is a beautiful, exciting new path that's going to lead to the realization of a lot of dreams. Some of you guys may be thinking about pursuing a new path in your life, going after a new dream or goal, a new career. You're thinking about changing things up and choosing a path that makes you more happy. And this happiness card is here to tell you, and this one as well, that you are absolutely on the right path with this idea. It's going to bring you just as much happiness as you are seeing in your dreams, in your visualizations. Your guides are really, really excited for you to take this new path. They want you to know that they'll help you out as much as they can, that you're going to do an amazing job. And this coming year for you guys is going to bring so many blessings in terms of career, creativity, and your personal goals and your personal expression. You guys are really, really blossoming in the coming year, but also even by the end of this year. You guys are really, really setting yourselves up for some major success, abundance, and happiness as well. There is a message for you guys about your relationships as a whole. So this is going to go for love interests. This is also going to go for friendships and platonic connections. So what I see here, first of all, is a confirmation from the divine that you are 100% on the right path with this idea or with this dream. You're being given like a million green lights to go for it. Pursue this dream. Go after this career. It's perfect for you. You're gonna, knock it out of the park. You're gonna knock it out of the park. You're gonna be supported materially, emotionally, spiritually. It's perfect. But what you will see is that you might have some mixed reactions from the people around you. I think of this card as friends, or all the people in your life, your circle. There's gonna be people who are very, very happy for you. So if you think of this as your right path, as your divinely guided path, these will be the friends who are supporting you, who are following you, who can't wait to meet the new you. They're going to be encouraging you. They're going to be lifting you up, getting really excited when you're excited. They're going to be celebrating your victories. And then there's going to be some other people like this on the different directions card who are going, wait, but I thought you were going this way. Are you sure you want to go down this path? Because I think this path makes more sense for you. I think this path is better for you. There's going to be some people who are trying to keep you in your old energy because that's what they're familiar with. That's what makes them feel more comfortable. It could be that these people are insecure about their own position and their own energy. So they want to kind of hold you back, keep you back with them. You know what I mean? That could be a little bit of, low-key jealousy, or maybe high-key jealousy. It could be that people are, a little bit more closed-minded, a little bit more conservative when it comes to life paths, when it comes to careers. And I'm getting the sense that, this is not going to be so blatant from everybody. It's not, it's not going to be like everybody's directly telling you, I don't think you should go down this path. So your guidance is to pay attention to those subtle cues of someone not supporting you. Like someone is acting like they're your friend and they want the best for you, but really they're not supporting this new path. They're not supporting what you're doing. So it can be small things like you tell this person about one of your accomplishments and you get a very weak reaction from them. They're like, oh, cool. Or they're happy for you for a second and they just change the subject and start talking about themselves or complaining about something. They don't let you sit in that victorious energy and celebrate with you. It could be something like you start to get busier because you're committing yourself to this passion project and this dream. And while you're not neglecting the relationship, they try to make you feel like you are. They try to make you feel guilty for being more busy or for making other friends. Things like that are, demonstrating through their actions that they're not really supportive of this new path, and they would rather you just stay in your comfort zone, stay in your old energy, and never grow and evolve. And like I said, this can come in the form of friends doing this to you, but also love interests. So what I'm feeling for you guys, number one, is that your partner, your love interest, they are going to come into your life before you really make it with this dream. And they're going to be extremely supportive of you. It's like they're with you before you succeed and they're with you after you succeed, and they're celebrating with you every step of the way, every little victory. They're extremely encouraging, they're extremely understanding with you. So just remember that, because if there's some love interest in your life currently, or someone who is coming in the future, and they're not like fully on board with your new path, and they're not showing their support and their excitement, that may not be the person for you. I just feel there's going to be some people who are trying to hold you back in your old energy, and we don't want that. That's their insecurity, that's their closed-mindedness, that's their jealousy. Don't let that affect you. Don't let anybody make you think that you can't make it on this path, because this is your divinely guided path and this is your calling. And again, you guys are manifesting a love interest who is going to be extremely, extremely supportive of this new endeavor, okay? So I just want you guys to know that you guys are being set up for something incredible. So, oh my gosh, I got too excited. Almost knocked over my light. Okay, so let's take a look at our next oracle cards. We have the situation will improve, and we have choose a new direction. Okay, so this is a little bit more of a confirmation of the timing that this love interest is going to come into your life. This card, choose a new direction, it makes a lot of sense with what we were just talking about. I feel like this person will enter your life when you have chosen this new path and you are well on your way down this path, but you haven't really seen significant success. You haven't really had your breakthrough yet. I think this is the point at which they're coming into your life, and this is kind of a very is pivotal the right word, or it's a very telling point, because when you're pursuing this dream, you've been putting in this effort and it's not getting anywhere. That could be when some people around you start to say things like, oh, maybe you want to give yourself a time limit, or maybe you want to start considering other options. Maybe this isn't working out for you. The love interest who's coming into your life is going to have faith in you from the start. Through all the tough times, through all the struggles, they're going to believe in you like no other, because they know that it's just a matter of time. They know that your position, your situation is going to improve, and they want to be there to see it. Like, that's gonna bring them so much joy. They want to see you make it to the top, and they want to see you shine and thrive doing what you love. That's what's going to bring them joy. And also, I want you to take this as a confirmation as well. If you're already on this path, or if you're considering starting on this new path but you're a little bit scared, there will be a time, I think, where things are progressing a little bit slowly, but this card wants you to know that things are going to get better. So please keep going and never give up on what you love. All right, so now let's look at some tarot cards. There's the beginning, initiation. This card is similar to the Fool, so this does talk about new beginnings. Of course, it talks about taking a leap of faith. It talks about being divinely guided and being open to whatever outcome the universe has for you. Following your heart and knowing that you're supported. Then there's the King of Trees, which is similar to the King of Pentacles. So again, we have a huge confirmation of your success. We have a huge confirmation of you reaching a level of serious financial abundance, as well as a sense of security, a sense of certainty that you are doing what was meant for you. You're on the right path. You're reaching a very high position in whatever you're doing, a position of authority. And your partner is going to match you. They're going to meet you at this level. It's not necessarily that they're doing the same career as you, although they very well could be. But the point is that you are in an extremely supportive and reciprocal, like there's a healthy reciprocation there. You really want the best for each other, and you're going to nurture and support each other until you see it through, until you reach your goals. So there's a lot of patience here, and there's a lot of determination. You're going after your dreams together, and you're not giving up. This represents a relationship that is going to be there for a very, very long time. There's a high level of commitment, and there's a high level of loyalty. So you guys are going to see each other at your highest moments, at your lowest moments, and everything in between. And there is nothing that could break you apart. Like, nothing is too tough for you guys. Nothing is too scary for you guys. You're like a very solid and thick tree in the ground. Like, nothing can budge you. Your connection is rock solid. And so, maybe this time of struggle and this kind of slow time is hard for you, but the fact that you're making it through that stage together, it's going to make your relationship so, so strong in the future. And the final card that we have is the Page of Hearts, which is like the Page of Cups, and it says innocence on it. Your partner is going to be extremely sweet, extremely expressive and affectionate. I'm getting a very humble energy to them. So, they might be ridiculously attractive or ridiculously successful or whatever it may be, but they don't let that get to their head. This is somebody who values the heart and what's on the inside of people first and foremost. And this is a partner who's always going to be there to help you in any way that they can. And I just had this very cute image of even if they don't know that much about your path, even if they don't know that much about the field that you're pursuing, what it is that you're doing, even if they don't have that many resources to help you, they're still gonna try to get as involved in it as they can. So you might notice sometimes they're doing research on the thing that you're into and trying to find bits of information that could help you out. Even if they don't really know what they're talking about, they just want to feel like they're a part of it, and they want to feel like they're helping. They're just very loyal and sticking with you like that. So it's really, really sweet. I'm also getting with them this contrast between the King of Trees and the Page of Hearts. on the outside, they might come off as, you know, really serious and calm and put together. But when you get to the heart of them, they're very playful and silly and childlike, and they're very sweet and soft. But you don't really see that from the exterior. So, okay, I'm just going to sum everything up, and then we have a timing card here as well to see when the development could be with this individual. So yes, just to sum everything up, you're on a really wonderful path. You guys are about to see your wildest dreams come true in terms of your career and your personal goals. When you're on this new path, there will be some mixed reactions, but the friends or the people in general who are meant to be with you on this journey, those are going to be the people who are very supportive and who really, really believe in you. And the same is going to go for your partner as well. So please be discerning and remember that when you are looking for this new partner, your new partner is going to be really excited about what you're doing. They're going to try to learn about whatever you're doing as much as they can, get involved and help you in any way that they can. They're going to be very supportive and loyal. And keep believing in you even when things are hard, even when things are not progressing. They're going to stick with you through all of it. And it's very likely that they're also on their own path too. So you guys are going to grow and progress together, and you're going to form a really, really strong bond through that, because when you pursue your dreams, you go through a lot of emotional ups and downs. So you're going to see each other really, really stressed, really anxious. You're going to see each other irritable, depressed, tired. You go through all of the emotions when you're pursuing something that is that close to your heart. So you get to see all of each other's faces. And like I was saying before, nothing can break you guys. Nothing can scare you guys away from this connection. You are in it for the long run. And again, very expressive and affectionate, extremely cute, and they have this kind of soft side that they don't really, or not many people get to see it, because their outward impression that they give people is that, you know, they're very mature and put together and serious, but they're actually this soft little goofball on the inside. Okay, so now let's take a look at your timing card. So this could be when you meet this individual, or if by this description you feel like you already know who this is, this card can show us when your next development is going to happen in this connection. Okay. So we got 4 of Wands. The Destiny card, Divine Counterparts, could be a future spouse card. And that makes a lot of sense with the King of Trees, because the King of Pentacles, he doesn't go anywhere. This guy, he's here. He is here to stay. So a lot of you guys, this could be your forever person, or a very serious long-term committed relationship at least. But the way the wands come out in this card, this is showing me that you guys are already divinely protected, that your guides are working towards this union, and they're working towards all of your dreams coming true. As for a time frame, we have the number 4, and we have wands with that fast moving energy. Of course, we're looking at the rest of 2020, so if we say 4 months, that's already passed into 2021. So I'm going to interpret this as 4 weeks. So you guys could be meeting this individual within 4 weeks, or like I said, if you feel like you already know who this is, then there could be some development with them in the next 4 weeks. Okay, so this was a very, very exciting reading. I'm going to end it there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi number 2s, so if you chose the Smoky quartz, this is going to be your reading for your love life in the rest of 2020. So let's get right into the cards here. I'm going to start with just a few oracle cards. So we have Crossing Over the Mountain, we have Tears, and like light shining down on you. I can translate it like that. So it looks like a pretty emotional time for you guys in the rest of this year. You guys might be feeling extra sensitive when it comes to love, when it comes to any love interest that you're currently involved with. It looks like with the getting over the mountain card that you guys are getting over something quite literally that has been tough for you in your love life. So of course this is a general reading, so that can be different for everybody, but just to give some examples, maybe you've been through a breakup, you've been through, somebody cutting you off, ghosting you, and now it's completely no contact and you don't know why that happened. Maybe you've been going through a situationship or an on and off dynamic for a very long time, and that's been frustrating because you can't get clarity, you can't get commitment, and it's like you're giving and giving to this person and they're not reciprocating. This could even be, the pain and frustration of being single for a long time and wondering if your person is out there. So of course this can be many different things, but I feel like when it comes to love, a lot of you guys have been, I guess to put it very bluntly, like a lot of you guys have been sad or going through it for quite some time. This card, the guidance for you is to let it all out, okay? There's no shame in struggling when it comes to anything, but of course this is a love reading, so when it comes to love, there is no shame in struggling, there is no shame in feeling sad, and there's no shame in wanting a deeper connection and wanting something better for yourself. And when your current situation or the current person you're dealing with doesn't match up to that, of course it's sad. So this card is telling you to just let all of your emotions out, be vulnerable, be sensitive. You don't need to be so strong. It sucks. It sucks when people screw you over. It sucks when people go ghost and they don't explain why. It sucks when the person isn't coming into your life. So if you guys need to be sad, if you guys need to cry, you're being encouraged to have this therapeutic experience of just getting all of your emotions out, all of those frustrations, all of those wounds, all of those disappointments, because that's how eventually you will get over this mountain. And I want to tell you with this card too, whatever has been paining you in love, you will get over it. You will move on from it. I know when you're in the moment and you're still, hung up on that person, on that relationship, it feels like you will never get over it. But this card is telling you that you will. You can and you will. Some of you even need to hear that you should. Like if you guys are in a connection that's been giving you a lot of grief, making you sad and frustrated, this card can also be telling you that you should. You should move on from this person. You should get over them. You should not let them keep you in this sad energy. So for any of you guys who are in an on and off situation, who are in a situationship, mixed messages, whatever it may be, if you're waiting for an ex to come back or something like that, this might be a message for you to get over that mountain, okay? Let out all of your emotions, get it out, take your time with that, every last drop, and then make your recovery, because what's waiting for you in the future is this overflowing light. And maybe you're thinking right now that like you can't be happy without this person, you can't be happy unless this union comes to fruition. This card, look how free this is. This card is telling you that you can be completely, and you will be completely happy with yourself. You will see that day where you can just be free and happy on your own and not constantly be worrying and obsessing about this person or this connection. You are meant to free yourself from whatever this is. And again, even if this is just like an obsession with I'm single and I want somebody, you are meant to get over that too, okay? Waiting for your person is not, it's not meant to hurt like this. You're meant to be happy. You're meant to experience joy in as many moments as you can, whether that's single or whether that's with a romantic partner. Another thing I want to point out that I really like is that in both the imagery of the person getting over the mountain and the overflowing light, or the light shining over you, there's both the white cat and the black cat. So there's the light and the dark energy. And what I really love about this is that when you come out on the other side and you find your happiness, you'll realize that you never had to change, or you never had to disown or suppress any part of yourself, because you were always perfect and whole with both your light and your dark. So you learn to embrace all of yourself. When we're in that energy of like constantly waiting for someone, constantly chasing someone, and it's not coming out the way we want it to, I think a lot of us can't help but then look within and say, you know, there must be something wrong with me, or I need to change something about myself so that this can work out. But I think what you're realizing through this journey is that yes, I have light and dark, and it's all beautiful and it's all lovable. And when the right person comes along, they will be so ready and willing to love all of me, just in the way that I now do for myself. So I have to say with these cards, I don't necessarily see like a relationship or a union starting for you guys by the end of this year. What I can say is that by the end of this year, you will be in an infinitely, immensely better place emotionally. You will embrace all of your light, all of your dark. You will not feel the need to change. You will not feel the need to hide anything about yourself. And you will be happy whether you are with someone or on your own. You will be happy regardless, because you have yourself, and that's all that you need. Okay, so for your next cards, we have yes and no need to worry. So the yes card is like a huge confirmation message for you. This is the yes card that has an exclamation point. So it could be that your guides are saying like, yes, you already know, or yes, 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 we're telling you a million times. Your guides are telling you that you will find your person, okay? You will find your soulmate. Maybe sometimes for you guys, you know, with everything you've been through, you wonder if they are even out there, if you were even meant to find that love in this lifetime. And this card wants to give you the biggest, loudest, and most loving confirmation that yes, you absolutely will, and there is nothing to worry about. Some of you guys need to know that you haven't missed your chance, you haven't missed your opportunity. Like, nothing has been messed up in terms of your love life. If something left your life, if somebody walked away from you, anything like that, just know you have not missed or lost anything that you were supposed to have, okay? Like, nothing has gone wrong, essentially, is what I want to say. And your person is out there. I do think for most of you, this is a new person, because we had that message of, you know, moving on and getting over the mountain. You guys may have been through a lot of tough karmic connections that at times really felt like this is the one, but I do feel like for the majority of you watching this that it will be a new person, and your guides just want to give you that huge confirmation that yes, they are out there. Yes, you will find them. They're looking for you just as you are looking for them, and there's nothing to worry about, because your meeting will be divinely guided and it will be impossible to miss, okay? You will not miss this opportunity. And similarly, you have not missed any important opportunities yet. You're exactly where you need to be. Right here where you are, letting out all that emotion and healing yourself. This is exactly where you're meant to be. Okay, so let's take a look at our tarot cards now. There's the turnaround with revolution. This card is similar to the hanged man, which makes a lot of sense. This is a card that makes me think heavily. There is divine timing involved in your journey. Yes, the hanged man represents a period of, I guess, a bit of stagnation. Like, you're not being encouraged to take action. You're being encouraged to stay where you are and do inner work. So I think that's probably the energy that you guys are in now. If things aren't happening, if things aren't moving in your love life, it is because you're supposed to be still right now. there is a divine plan for you to meet your soulmate, and it is being set up right now. And I really like this imagery with the trees mirroring each other. You're going to encounter a soul who mirrors you perfectly, who has likely been through a lot of the same experiences as you in love, who has felt the same pains, who has gone through similar karmic connections, who has that same beautiful and giving yet such a delicate heart. I feel like both you and your partner are extremely sensitive. You guys could both be empathic and have psychic abilities. And I feel that you guys are the type, like, your kindness is mistaken for weakness. So you guys have maybe been through relationships where you were, taken for granted, or you weren't appreciated as much as you deserve to be. Or perhaps with partners who didn't understand your softness and your sensitivity. But when you meet this counterpart, it's like looking at your own reflection. You understand them completely. And I think what you're doing right now in the rest of 2020 is coming to understand yourself completely. You're coming to understand every nook and cranny of your soul. Like, you'll memorize it, you'll have it all mapped out. And then when you come to face your counterpart, it's the same. You have all of their soul and all of their being mapped out too, because it's the same. It's a mirror image. So maybe this person is coming to you, next year, the year after. Of course, this is a general reading, but I'm just feeling for the majority it will not be by the end of this year, because there's a very big and elaborate divine plan to bring you guys together. And when this card appears, it's like, we should not take action right now. Just wait, hold on, be like the Hanged Man. And know again that anything that hasn't worked out in the past, it was because it wasn't supposed to. Your guides were protecting you from energies and connections that were not meant for you, so that you could be safe and that you could be free for when this mirrored counterpart makes their way into your life. The next card that we have is the 10 of Angels with surrender. So yes, leave it up to the divine. You guys might be the type who can become anxious when you don't know what's going to happen, or when you can't control, when you feel like you can't control the outcome of things. So it may be very frustrating for you guys to not know, like, okay, well, who is this person then, and when are they coming, and how am I supposed to recognize them? That could be something that brings you a lot of anxiety. And what I'm seeing with you guys is that you could be really tiring yourself out, like draining yourself mentally, worrying about your future, worrying about the future of your love life, and your angels are telling you to relax. Like, we're giving you this huge confirmation that this person is coming. For the moment, there is no action required on your part. Again, there's nothing that you need to change about yourself. This is divinely orchestrated, so all you need to do is be happy in every moment, okay? Be happy with yourself. Find what makes you happy, and just let yourself naturally float into this union, okay? It's going to happen so naturally that you don't need to worry about, what should I do? What should I be? How should I present myself? This is going to happen regardless. This is destined. This is aided by your angels. So please, I know it's so easy for me to say, like, just don't worry, surrender, but please know that this is, the easiest and the happiest way is to allow your angels to help you, allow your angels to orchestrate this. And then finally, there is the 8 of Stars with Surge. I believe that this card is similar to the 8 of Wands. And so this is a really, really nice card to come out after all of this, because the 8 of Wands is about very fast manifestation after a period of delays. So things are slow, things are stagnant, you surrender, you let go, and all of a sudden, things it's like everything falling into your lap at once. Like things are slow, you're not seeing movement, and then all of a sudden everything starts moving at the same time. And what I often think with this card when it comes to relationships is that, yes, maybe it does take quite a while for you guys to find each other and meet in this physical world. But once you do, the recognition is immediate, that bonding is immediate, and things start to escalate, I guess. Things start to progress really, really quickly. So, you know, if you are looking for that committed relationship of, you know, moving in together, getting married, having a family, however far you are hoping to take your next relationship, that is going to develop very swiftly because you've done this work. You know yourself like the back of your hand. That's kind of a weird way to say it, but you know yourself so well. So when you meet this mirror, you immediately know them exceptionally well too. You become very, very comfortable with each other very quickly. And the message that I have for you guys is like, maybe you're wishing you were with this person now, but compared to, you know, somebody else who, let's say, just got into a relationship now, and you meet your person in the future, you're actually going to reach that union and that level of commitment sooner because the development is just so accelerated. Like when you meet your soulmate and you know, that's it. You just know. So this is really like a good things come to those who wait situation, okay? This is going to this connection is going to drastically exceed your expectations. Absolutely. So I do think it is worth the wait, even if this is not coming in by the end of this year. It's 1000% worth the wait. So I did want to take this card for timing, like when something was going to happen. I might take this for guidance for you guys because I think we're not going to see anything within 2020, and there are heavy elements of this being like a divine timing situation. I think I'm just going to leave that time frame up to your angels, but I'll use this card as a last piece of guidance for you. Yeah, it's the Temperance card. So you guys are on a soulmate journey. Some of you might be on a twin flame journey as well with this flame here. It would make sense with the mirroring too. Both of these cards, both major arcana and both very heavy indications of divine orchestration, divine timing, patience. You know, this is a journey that really builds up your patience, your discipline, balancing your emotions, letting go and trusting, that surrender that we have here. This is a journey that really, I don't know what the word is, I guess whips you into shape. It teaches you a lot about yourself. It teaches you a lot spiritually. And yes, the Temperance card, I often see it as quite a long journey. So yes, patience is definitely required, but please know that when it all comes to you, it's everything you've ever hoped for and more. This is the type of connection that most people might never get to experience in their lifetime. So in the end, you guys are the blessed ones. You guys are the gifted ones. And it's so, so worth the wait. I know I've already said that a bunch of times, but it is so, so worth the wait. I just noticed, like, of all the numbers on these cards, it's like 8, 10, 12, 14. It's like going up in a sequence. I suppose this could be showing a time frame like 8 to 14 months or something like this. I'm not really sure because I'm not getting a clear message about the timing, which tends to be the case when the angels are saying, leave it to us, okay? There's still some unknowns in this journey, and that's why it requires faith from your end. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi number 3s, so if you chose the white moonstone, This is going to be a reading for your love life in the rest of 2020. So let's get right into the cards. I have a few oracle cards here to start off. And okay, the first one that we got is true love. So this is already looking really, really good for you guys. Then we have trust. And finally, we have facing yourself. Okay, so I'm going to start with the true love card. Obviously, this is an amazing sign because we are looking at what's going to happen for you guys in the rest of 2020. And what it looks like is that you are either meeting your true love or you're reaching a new level of commitment with your true love. The partner that I'm seeing for you is somebody with very pure intentions, somebody who is going to recognize just how lucky they are to be able to hold your heart, to be able to love you and be with you. They're going to value you and appreciate you so much. And this partner is going to be extremely trustworthy and extremely reliable. So they're always going to be there for you. I'm feeling that this partner is a very good communicator. So I mean that in the sense of them, clearly expressing their feelings and intentions, but also, them being there to communicate, to call you, to respond to your messages. They take that seriously to make you feel important and make you feel like a priority. And if there's any disagreements in the relationship or something is not working, they're able to talk through that in a calm and loving way. So no matter what you guys are facing together, you can come out of it, like you can navigate it in a way that is constructive for the two of you and in a way that is really peaceful and ultimately beneficial. So it looks like you guys, I don't want to get ahead of myself because we have a lot of other cards to look at, but it looks like a lot of you guys are finding your person, or maybe you already have and you are entering into that committed relationship by the end of this year. A message for some of you with this trust card. If you already have a specific person in mind and you've, not only do you have a good feeling about them on your own, but maybe you've received some signs through your guides, through some readings, through dreams, but you're still not sure, this trust card is telling you to, just as it says, trust those signs, okay? This is reminding me of that, you guys know the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Actually, I have it right here. You know this one. A lot of people use this in their readings. This is reminding me of that card, It Is Safe for You to Love. And I think it says, open your heart. What does it say? Open your heart to receive the highest love of all. It's something like that, but I think you get the point. They're saying that there really is potential for a beautiful connection here. I think this is like your person. For some of you, this could be the love of your life. And so this card is encouraging you to trust those signs. And it's scary to trust them, right? Especially if we've been hurt in the past. We don't want to, open up our heart to something that's going to fall through. We just don't want to get hurt, right? But I really feel this message strongly for you guys that your heart is safe in this person's hands, okay? That's for those of you who, you're feeling really good about someone, you're feeling really strongly about the connection, but you still have a little bit of doubt. Yes, okay? This is your confirmation. Yes, this is your person. Yes, this is your true love. And you're going to see that confirmation in the 3D by the end of this year. Now finally we have this card, Face Yourself, and this is giving me similar vibes to a message that I picked up on in pile 2, which was about this mirroring. What I thought about when I saw this card is like, when you look at this person, it's like you're looking at yourself. And of course, I think this bond exists on a soul level, but I'm also feeling, even as, 3D people, I think you guys could have a lot in common. You have the same, the same interests, you have maybe even the same dreams and goals. Perhaps you have the same pet peeves. You get excited by the same things, you get irritated by the same things. And so you just get on really well together. You understand each other very, very well. You could have these moments where you're both thinking the exact same thing, like you finish each other's sentences. You might have some, what are they called? Like unpopular opinions that not a lot of people agree with you, but this person does. You're just very much on the same page and on the same wavelength. And sometimes it will really feel like, oh my gosh, are we the same person? You just get on so well and everything feels very, very natural, okay? And so I think that if any of you guys were struggling to trust this connection, it's not because of them, like anything that they did. It could just be, you know, some hang-ups from the past or just a little bit of fear on your end, okay? But your guides and angels, and of course this individual themselves, are going to very patiently and gently work with you through this, okay? So you can feel really, really good about this wonderful blessing of a relationship that is coming to you. So with that being said, let's take a look at your next cards. There's Get More Information and Unlikely. I really like these together. The Unlikely card, this is one that appeared in a soulmate reading that I did. Well, actually, it was quite a while ago, but this card, it always stood out to me since then for the meaning that I saw of it in that reading. And I can see how these two cards go together as well. What I felt with the Unlikely is that it's a kind of situation that is unbelievable, that doesn't seem possible. And the way that I'm interpreting it together with the Get More Information card is that as you get to know this individual, so literally as you get more information about them, about their personality, their likes and dislikes, could even be, you know, their upbringing and their past experiences and this kind of thing, as you start to know more about them, it's like, you've got to be kidding me. I think there's going to be some similarities between the two of you, like who you are as a person and your stories as people, your, I guess, the paths that you've walked up until now, I should say, that are just so spookily matched together. Like maybe you tell this person about a really, really obscure musician that you like. Literally nobody knows about this musician. They're super small following, super unknown, and they're like, oh yeah, that's my favorite musician too. And you're like, no, you're just saying that to freak me out, you're just messing with me. Like, no. And then they take out their phone and they show you their favorited songs, and sure enough, there's the musician. Little things like that are matching up in such a kind of freaky way, and I think that's what the Unlikely means. It's like it's going against all odds, and I think your guides will probably facilitate conversations that allow those little similarities and synchronicities to bubble up so that you can feel more sure about this connection, you can feel more safe and trust in it more. But these are going to be the kinds of coincidences that even somebody who wasn't spiritual or who didn't, you know, believe in fate and soulmates and that kind of thing, even they would kind of, you know, take a second glance and be like, wait, what? How do you guys have that many aspects that are matching up so exactly? And these two cards, they just confirm this facing yourself even more. It's really like sometimes you do feel like the same person. And on that note, I want to give a message to some of you guys. If you've ever been watching a reading like who is your soulmate, who is your future spouse, and you're like, I feel like they're just describing me. This sounds a lot more like me than my future partner or whatever it is. That's because you guys mirror each other so much. Like you're literally so similar. And another thing that's really, really nice about that is that all of your loved ones are going to love them, and all of their loved ones are going to love you. Because if your friends and family already love you, then of course they're going to love your partner who is so similar, and they will probably get a huge kick out of how similar you guys are. You're just gonna have so much fun together. The two of you, you're very loved. You guys are very sweet. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Ooh, there's the Universe with Expansion. So this is a card that is kind of similar to the World, and if this card appears in love relationship reading, I do think of it as the possibility of an international relationship, people from two different countries, two different cultural backgrounds. For some, it could even be long distance, although I think that that would be a smaller group of you guys. But, people who, and now that I think about it, if you guys are from different countries or different cultural backgrounds, that's a factor that makes these similarities even more weird. Because, if you grew up in the same town surrounded by the same culture, maybe it's more likely for you guys to be, really the same and think the same, have the same experiences. But I don't know, if one of you is from, oh my gosh, I don't know. If one of you is from like Brazil and the other one is from Russia, I'm just trying to think of two countries that are like totally opposite end of the world, and you find so many things to match up, that could be a lot more of a surprise and a lot more of like, wait a minute, there's something weird going on here. Like, you shouldn't be so the same, but you are, this kind of thing. But I want to also take the meaning on this card with the universe and expansion. This could be a person who really helps you along on your spiritual journey, who really helps you along on your awakening. It could be that after coming into union with this individual, you start to feel a lot more spiritually connected. Maybe you even start to feel your spiritual abilities enhancing, which I have seen does tend to happen when you find your soulmate. There's something in you that just activates and blossoms like this flower. So your ascension and your, expansion, just as this card says, I think it's going to be helped along wonderfully by the love and support and all of the revelations that come with being in this relationship. We also have the 8 of Trees with skill. So again, this goes back to, I think I talked about this briefly at the beginning of the reading, that you guys might have the same skills and talents. You guys could even collaborate on some project together. I'm thinking of the two of you as these trees. It's like you have your own solid foundation, and then you grow, you become successful, you become established, and then you mesh together and collaborate together. So it doesn't necessarily have to be that you have the exact same career, but they could be in the same field, something that would make sense for people to collaborate. I think I've seen this in other readings that I've done on this channel before. I also see it a lot in the personal readings that I do with soulmates, that the two people don't necessarily have the same job, but it's sort of the same industry, the same world. Like you would have, the same connections. You would be able to collaborate on projects. For example, like a model and a photographer, just for a very, easy to understand example. But yeah, what I see from this card is that you both have your own practice, your own business, your own goals, whatever it may be. And that's like your foundation. But when you reach a certain level of success and you have more freedom, you can start to collaborate and do some, new and exciting projects together. And then another thing I see with this card, with the 8 of Trees, is this commitment that the two of you have to always bettering yourselves as individuals and always bettering each other. So you're always looking out for each other and helping each other to become the best version of yourselves that you can be. And that includes, sometimes having to give some constructive criticism or push the other person a little more. Like, come on, I know that you can do better than that. I've seen how amazing work you do. I've seen you. I know you can do more. Or are you sure that's right for you? Are you sure that's something you want to do? It's like you hold each other accountable to keep yourselves at your highest potential, to keep your standards high, to keep your goals high. You're a very wonderful, motivating presence for each other. You work alone very well, and you also work together very well. Okay, and then the last card, the last tarot card. Oh wait, no, it's not even the last tarot card. I have one more, but it's from a different deck. The last tarot card from this deck that we have for you is the 6 of Trees with Receiving. So, okay, the first message that I'm getting from this card is an equal balance of giving and receiving within the relationship. This is a card that is equivalent to the Six of Pentacles, which has the two people being fed equally. It has the scale showing balance and fairness. Okay, there's a lot of messages coming in for this one. The first one is that within the relationship, there is an equal effort on both parts. You know, you both put in your time, you both put in your energy, you both make each other feel valued. You are very much equals. The other message that I got is in the material sense. You guys very much mirror each other in not only your skill set, but in the position that you have of your respective careers. You'll probably be quite equal in terms of your earnings, in terms of your status, and you're very generous, you know, with the material gifts and blessings that you receive through your career. You're very generous with each other, you know, so whatever you like to spend your money on, whether that's, you know, gifts, things, experiences, trips, whatever it may be, you really like to share that with each other and enjoy the fruits of your labor together. And then the final message, there's a lot that I got for this card, is actually a giving and receiving, an energy exchange between the two of you and the universe, because I think that you guys are going to have some mission together to make the world a better place. You guys are going to make a difference together. And so the energy that you two put in to help others and to help the world, the universe is going to reciprocate that with a lot of blessings. And I think what you'll find is when you come into this union and as you do your work, your luck, your divine luck is just going to go through the roof. You're going to have surprise blessings and gifts and rewards popping up all over the place. Things are going to become a lot easier for you. For example, if you guys are going on a trip together, out of nowhere you got bumped to first class, or just little things like that. For the work that the two of you do, for what you do in the world, the universe is rewarding you. Just peppering little gifts like that into your experiences. Sorry guys, my camera just died, but I just have one more card for you guys. This is going to be a timing card. So this can show us when you're going to be meeting this person, or if you've already met them, when you're going to be getting into that committed relationship. And we have the Lovers. Okay, so of course we know this has to be by the end of 2020 because that is the time period that this reading is for. So the number 6 here, this cannot be 6 months, of course, because that will already be 2021. So I'm going to think of this as 6 weeks for you guys, okay? So if you don't know this person yet, you could be meeting within 6 weeks, or you could be entering that committed relationship with them within 6 weeks. I'm also noticing like the two geese flying, and it seems like even if you guys are not long distance, there is something about travel with your relationship. Maybe you guys will enjoy traveling together in the future, or perhaps someday you will relocate together to settle down. And if it is long distance, it could be like you guys settling down in your country or their country, something like that. But yeah, the theme of travel seemed to pop up quite a few times for you guys, so I just thought I would point that out. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! Hi number 4s, so if you chose the sandstone, this is going to be a reading about your love life in the rest of 2020. So let's get right into the cards. I'm just going to start off with a few oracle cards. The first one that we have is Stuck. Then we have Love or I Love You. And then finally we have Dream. So starting over here with this Stuck card, I feel like quite literally, as this card says, you guys are stuck on somebody. This could be the energy that you are already in, and that is going to continue for the rest of 2020. For those of you who don't have anybody in mind, it could be that you're going to meet somebody who you really fall for deeply and you become stuck on them. But of course, you know, this phrase of being stuck and this imagery, it does have a bit of, I guess, a dark connotation. Like, you have very, very strong feelings for this person, but it might be that the connection is not progressing in a way that you want it to. So this could be the type of situation where things looked really bright and promising in the beginning, but then things kind of fell off. Maybe this person started to pull away, they became more distant, maybe they started to give you mixed signals, or they just walked away altogether. But there's something that is keeping you holding on. Like, you can't seem to walk away from this person. And you guys could be really, in a confused energy about if you should stay or if you should move on. But the truth of the matter is that I see you guys, really, really liking this person. You could even love them. This word that is on the card, it's kind of a tricky one because it's more than like, but it's not. You can translate it as like or love. I guess I'll say it like that. So some of you might just, really, really care for this person. Some of you may recognize that, yeah, you love them. You're in love with this person, and that's why you can't move on. And I'm looking at all the cats here that the girl is embracing. There's light, there's dark, there's a mix of both. So this could be a connection that has had a lot of ups and downs. You've seen this person treat you really, really nice and then treat you not so nice. Like I said before, it could be a hot and cold mixed signal situation. But still, you're in this space where you're embracing all of that and you're still hoping for things to work out with this person. And I see that reflected here in the dream card as well. It's like, even if things are bleak right now, even if things are stagnant, things aren't progressing the way you want them to, you still have that hope and you're still holding on to that dream of a future with them. Now, of course, these are just the first few cards, and I think we'll have to get some guidance for you on this situation because, it may be encouraged for you to hold on through this kind of tough time. It may be encouraged for you to move on from this connection. We'll have to see in the later cards, but just what I can see from this right now is, like I said, you guys seem to be really stuck on somebody, or it could be that by the end of this year, you're going to meet a person who really puts you in this energy because it's like you're crazy about them. You're so crazy about them, but it's such a roller coaster. It's like sometimes they make you feel over the moon, and then other times they're really distant. Sometimes there could be prolonged periods of no communication, and you're just left to wonder, like, what is gonna happen? Where is this going? But despite all of that, you want to keep that hope. You want to keep that dream. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at your next cards. So we have 2 more oracle cards here. Okay, so we got within the next few months and a year from now. Interesting. So both of these cards actually are showing time frames. So what I need to tell you guys then from these cards, because it's coming through as a pretty clear message for me, it could take a few months to a year if you chose to wait for this connection to come through and be happily together in a relationship with this individual. It could take, I'm going to interpret this as 6 months, so 6 to 12 months. So maybe for some of you, that's fine, like you're willing to wait that long, in which case that's perfect. For others of you, I'm sensing that that might make you feel pretty frustrated, especially if you've already known and been involved with this individual for quite some time. Your angels are kind of telling you, we still have quite a bit of a ways to go. Like, this is not something that's going to come together overnight. The problems, the ups and downs that you've experienced in this connection, it doesn't look like they're going to solve themselves anytime soon. So yeah, this is a pretty straightforward message from these ones. And yeah, just to give you guys, I guess, a heads up that you could be feeling in this stuck energy for a bit more time to come. And you may have just, you know, this hope and this dream to rely on. What I'm feeling for most of you is that within this period that we're seeing here, the person, your person of interest that we're looking at, may not really be giving you much to go off of in the 3D. So maybe very limited or infrequent communication, limited amounts of, you know, affection or expressing their feelings to you. I think this is showing a time frame in which you would be in a kind of frustrating energy and sort of continuing that ups and downs, and, you know, looking for any bit of hope that you can. It doesn't seem like a super favorable energy to be in a connection, but again, it's up to you. Like, we're getting this time frame, and if you guys feel like, you know, you love this person a lot and it's really worth waiting for them, then that's perfect. Okay, it is going to be up to you. But let's look at your tarot cards now. Okay, so we have the King of Hearts with Healer. The first thing that comes to my mind with this card is that the person that you are interested in or will be interested in, if you haven't met them yet, they have a lot of healing to do. This card is similar to the King of Cups, so this shows somebody who is, you know, emotionally mature and ready for a commitment, and they're communicative with their emotions. You know, they express their emotions in a healthy way. But what I'm thinking more, just like taking all of these energies we've just talked about into consideration, this might be the potential that your person of interest is meant to come into, but they haven't quite reached it yet. So maybe right now they're in a little bit more of that page energy. They could still be a little bit emotionally immature, emotionally unavailable. Maybe they have a lot of unhealed wounds from their past, and I am sensing that this person is not, they're not ready for a relationship right now. From an emotional perspective, they're not ready to be stable and really give someone their heart. I think they still have a lot of stuff to figure out about themselves, and they still have a lot of reflection to do about their past relationships too. It seems like they haven't really done that work of, you know, learning the lesson and becoming better from their past experiences. I'm feeling also that this could be somebody who is very insecure, and at the times when they are communicating to you more frequently and treating you better, they might have a sort of underlying intention of, they want attention, you know, they want to temporarily feel better about themselves. And so they, you know, go to you for comfort, or they go to you because they know that you care about them and that you're going to give them that attention that they want. So they could have a little bit of that like manipulative energy, but it just comes from a place of deep insecurity. So I'm not trying to say that they can't learn from that and they can't grow out of that, but I can really see that in their current emotional energy, this is not somebody who is ready to be or who should be in a committed relationship. So yeah, looking at the next card, you have the Four of Angels with Rest. I believe that this is a card that is similar to the Four of Swords. And so this can talk about separation. This can talk about taking a break. Basically, it shows a period with no action, like things are not moving forward. I do think it is best not to pursue this person at this time, at least not within 2020. I think you are being encouraged with this card to, you know, leave them and let them do their healing. Maybe you guys need to hear that, you know, it's not your job or it's not your responsibility to make this person get it, you know, to make this person heal and mature. It's very much something that they have to work through and figure out by themselves. And I understand, you know, if you feel very loving towards them and you feel protective of them, you do want the best for them and you want to see them heal because you see that potential in them to become this King of Hearts. But there's, I think, a risk of you like rushing their healing process or trying to force it because you are so eager for something more with them, because you are so eager for that relationship. And I really think this person just needs like time and space to figure that out on their own. And also, if they're not willing to be introspective yet, if they're not willing to do that healing and that inner work, you cannot force someone to do that. So I think you're being advised, at least for the rest of this year, to just give this person their space. And remember that if they want to reach out, if they want to talk to you, they will. If not, then that's that. Like, you have to respect that. For the final card, we have the acceptance and harmony. So this is a card that is similar to Temperance, and this actually came out in another pile with a different deck. But yes, this is a card that comes out when the journey ahead of you is a bit of a longer one, and it is really one that tests your patience, your faith, and your ability to balance your emotions. I think a lot of you are, if I'm being blunt, like way too in your head about this connection. You're probably thinking about this person and this connection way too much, like overthinking. And like with this dream card, it may be like you're really, really, searching for signs anywhere you can, searching for hope anywhere you can, just to feel that, they're going to approach you, they're going to come back to you. It's like you're letting this connection affect your well-being or your peace of mind too much. I think that's the message from your angels, and they want you to learn how to balance your emotions. Again, going back to this, some of you may choose that you are fine to wait for this time frame, that this person is worth it to you, and you're willing to wait for them to grow and do their healing, which is totally okay. It's totally acceptable. But this is a really important message for you, because if you can't learn to balance your emotions and be at peace with this period of rest, it can be, again, a really frustrating time for you with a lot of ups and downs, because it's like you're hoping so much, you have so much anticipation, and then that makes you frustrated. If you guys are choosing to wait for this individual, I think you really need to learn how to just let go and be at peace and be balanced within yourselves, and not get too in your head and like overthink all of the signals from them and everything like that. Be okay with giving them space, and be okay with waiting. Because again, I really feel like this person has not healed some things that they need to heal. They're not ready. And if you did rush into a relationship or try to push for a relationship with them right now, you could end up getting even more hurt than if you were to just embrace this rest period. So you are really, really being called to embrace things as they are right now. You're always on this journey, you're always exactly where you need to be. So whatever dynamic you're in right now with this individual, it's because you are supposed to be there. You are supposed to be at this level of distance, or this level of communication, or whatever it may be. And it's important not to resist that. It's important to find peace in that. All right, so I'm going to take a look at your final card now. I have been using this deck as a timing card. However, we already got a time frame with these two oracle cards here. We saw 6 to 12 months for something to happen in this connection. I think that's regardless of whether you have met this person already or not. You guys would enter into a committed relationship in 6 to 12 months. So again, it will very much be up to you if you choose to wait and see this connection through, or if you choose to move on. I'm not really getting the sense that you are being pushed to go either way. Your angels just want to give you all the necessary information, and they want to help you be at peace with your decision and the subsequent flow of events, I guess, that comes with your decision. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to take this card then just as some guidance for you in the meantime and for the rest of this year. And there is the Empress card, and immediately I think that this Empress is representing you. So the Empress is extremely abundant. She is confident. She is beautiful. She knows her worth. She is a very good manifester, so she can manifest the life of her dreams. She can manifest all of the abundance and prosperity that this universe has to offer. And the guidance that I'm picking up with this card is for you guys to work on your self-worth and to work on your passions. Work on what lights your heart up, whether that's your career, whether that's your creative endeavors, any other goals that you have. Money, work towards those things that make you feel good about yourself and that make you feel passionate. It could even be working on figuring out what that is for some of you, finding that thing that lights your heart up, finding that path that you want to pursue, because I'm getting with this Empress card that there is so much beautiful success and prosperity waiting for you in the coming year, in 2021. So I think with this Empress card, what might happen for a lot of you guys is that when this specific person does come back, you may not even feel interested in them. You may have actually moved on to bigger and better things and not care so much about this connection anymore. It could be for some of you that you've actually found somebody else, you've entered into a relationship with someone new, or it could just be that you are very much doing your own thing and you just feel like you have outgrown this person or outgrown this connection. It doesn't, give you that spark like it used to, and you're just very much into this new chapter of your life and what you're doing now and just thriving. But your guides are suggesting for the moment to shift your focus to this Empress energy. Focus on building yourself up, focus on achieving your goals, focus on your career, your business, developing your talents, your creative expression. Really nurture this beautiful and fruitful tree that is you. You guys have so much beautiful creative energy within you that just wants to be expressed and that the universe wants to reward you for in the form of material abundance. So this is where you're really being encouraged to focus your energy for the rest of this year. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!